Good afternoon, and I've got myself a cheeky little beer here, Duke. Good health to you, sir.
Is that beer?
It's Stella.
Who poured it?
Me.
That's
I'd never make.
Flat as arseholes. You'd never make a barman in your lifetime, son.
I know. That's why I get
Where's
my head
the
under.
head?
I
Stop
ask
it.
myself that
Stop
very
it.
regularly.
Oh my lord! Look. There you go. Let's get the cameras off. There we go. No one needs to
Thanks
see
for
my,
joining
my,
us,
my
everybody.
what's no camera, my CCTV today.
Please don't
you've
forget to like, comment
got-
on, and share the stream. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. What are they doing with that bell, Duke?
Tinkle it. Give a little bit of a tinkle.
Yeah, give it a
Tinkle that bell, people.
You know it makes sense. And as always, guys, we thank you very much indeed for your support. Can I also bring your attention? I have put it in the comments section. Jake Cox on West Ham Unofficial yesterday did a very excellent stream, and it was about a fundraiser that a gentleman is doing in aid of the Alzheimer's Society. So I've asked for permission and I've been granted it. That can we please, if any of you guys are in a position where this is something that resonates with you, if you've got someone in your family or for a close friend or something like that you've seen that's gone through Alzheimer's, or someone that's cared for someone with Alzheimer's, you'll know it's an absolutely horrendous thing to witness. Absolutely horrendous. This gentleman is trying to raise some funds for the Alzheimer's Society by doing a 13-mile walk. His name is Jeremy Wheeler. You've got the Just Giving link there. It's also in the comments section in the live chat. Please go on there, give what you can. Usual thing, as I always did with Isla, give as generously as you can. There is no donation that's too small, but give what you can. This is a really worthwhile cause. Jake obviously shone a light on it. He's brought it to my attention, and I said that I'd like to try and give it a little bit of extra momentum if we could. So, guys, if you could, that would be much appreciated.
It's what we're all about, Mr. Rob, helping out our fellow YouTube community and beyond. I've seen a little message, the messages that were going backwards and forwards, because I was a tad late for the broadcast, of which I do apologise. And there's a certain young lady that decided to start, I believe, along with you. I understand. Look.
Me?
See what I mean? Look, there's just no need for it. There's no need. There is no need.
It's the next one that's going to upset you, isn't it?
Changing my Crocs. Yeah, there you go. Look.
But she did say she'd be kind. And you admitted it.
Yeah, I can find my
owned
Crocs.
up.
Yeah.
So, oh, look who's in. Larry. Hope you're well, mate. We was on a stream last night, Larry and I, on West Ham Ransom.
Yeah, I bump into Larry quite often on Random. I get to finish work. That's the good thing about obviously being here and doing this now is 9 times out of 10 that's true. It's true.
He's never poured me a beer.
I end up popping over to Peach on Random. There you go, Happy. So I see these guys quite often of a night time now, and it's actually quite a lot of fun. Although my sleep pattern is absolutely knackered because it ends up being
this morning.
Just 5 minutes. I'll pop on for 5 minutes, Peach, and then at 3:30 in the morning, you're like, it was only meant to be 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was only meant to be 5 minutes, but there you go.
No,
how are you, my friend?
I'm not bad, mate. I'm not bad. Like I say, I had to jump and help with the with a pub. Obviously England Wales at this precise moment in time. So I had to and give her a quick hand, and 5 minutes turned into 10, which turned into 12. But it's just unfortunately it is one of them things. I am back now, and we are good to go.
Cool. Small matter tomorrow of Wolverhampton Wanderers. Now, this will not be an easy task. Let me tell you.
Hey, come on, listen. The easy task
no,
we struggle with. the hard
No.
task.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but this will not be easy. I mean, if you look at Wolves this season in the Premier League, they've got the joint third best defence in the league. They've conceded 20 goals in 25 matches. I mean, that is pretty impressive, you've got to say. So we're going to need to be on our game. But the thing is, of late, we're not, quite frankly. That's what concerns me.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think there could be a little bit of
pleasure, Jake.
There could be a little bit of a bounce around here tomorrow, Rob. And by that I mean we didn't quite get the draw we wanted. Let's not mess around. I think a lot of us would have preferred a somewhat of an easier trip, not next week but the week after, for the first leg of the the returning Europa League. And I think I have to be honest. I was off yesterday daytime, and I had it on downstairs.
Yeah,
there was a few people in the pub, and the draws are being made, and I'm going, yeah, I'll take that one. No, I'll take that one. Yeah, no,
Ken,
I don't want.
We've only just started, mate.
Come on, Ken. give me 10 minutes at least. And then we got to Sevilla, and I'm going, oh, please God, no, please God, no, please God, no.
I'm cool with it.
But to be honest with you, mate, I've taken a little bit of a back seat on it, and I've kind of had a little look around Facebook and Twitter, and you see a lot of the comments thrown around, and I watched a rather handsome young gentleman make a return to some streaming yesterday. Over on American Hammers. Honestly, I don't know what the poor bastard's let himself in for by joining us in a group, but Atlas came on, and he did make a comment about Kunde and the rest of the likes, and Antonio would have been a handful for them boys at his best. The problem is Antonio isn't at his best at the minute, and this is I wouldn't start Antonio tomorrow, and you and I have had this conversation, Rob, haven't we? I've turned around,
but he will.
I really hope he doesn't. I saw Larry's comment just there about will Benny start, and he says no. Me personally, I'd actually like to see Benny out on the Benny in the number 10 role. Fornell's out wide, Vlasic up top, and Bowen out wide. And I'd like to just give Vlasic a free run now. I think Vlasic has got a hell of a lot to prove to a hell of a lot of people.
Agreed.
And I would really like to see tomorrow be the kickstart of that. I mean, you and I have still got a matter of a comparison video to put together. Which could be interesting. I know, obviously, Monday night we're going to do the review for this. Tuesday, I may well be making an appearance over on Green Street Elites as well, following in your footsteps. Oh no, not your footsteps. You did. Have you done the one with Budgie yet?
Yes, I did.
You've done the one with Budgie.
Yep.
You've also done the other one, didn't you? Over on Jazz's channel.
Yes,
I saw the one with Budgie. I haven't seen the one with Jazz yet. I haven't seen that one. But I did like your one with I did like your one with Budgie. It was quite good to watch. Your oh hey babe, your step-by-step breakdown of Steven Gerrard's the equaliser in the FA Cup, and
time moving slowly,
and then put away it went.
Yeah,
and I felt every moment of it as you were explaining it. I felt every moment of it. So yeah, I mean, we've still got to do the comparison video and have some interesting conversations based around that. But tomorrow, I'd actually like to see both of the boys start because I think and here's the key, Rob. I think both Vlasic, Benrahma, and Bowen
Yeah.
can really feed off of each other. And I think they could really be beneficial for each other. Even Lanzini, if he's fit enough to start, I know he's back in training. I saw something earlier, but if you could get Lanzini in the 10, Benrahma out on the left, then Vlasic up top, Bowen out on the right. I think they could really feed off of each other because I feel it's true.
Hello, steak.
Oh,
please tell me you've got it. No more than medium rare top whack.
I was about to ask the question. Mr. Cox Senior, how is that steak cooked, sir? If it's anything more than medium rare, you're going nowhere.
Yeah, rare or medium rare, and I'd take my hat off to you. If you're gonna cremate the damn thing, it's like, no, don't do that. It's all wrong. Yeah. He's good. Good to hear, Richard.
Happy's comment there. Lanzini will be the difference with what? Happy. Your happy ending? Or it's too early for that rubbish, Rob. It's too early.
Mooing is good. Cut off its horns and wipe its ass.
She just mentioned Lanzini, so mooing is good. Yeah, let's carry on.
I think Kent's on about the steak.
Oh right, sorry.
I thought as I say, cut off its horns and wipe its ass. That's how you want to do it.
God,
right. Okay.
This
is what I think David Moyes is going with. Let me get rid of that. Let me go full screen with that. Here we go. Right. Fabianski in goal. Back four. Cresswell, Zuma, Dawson, Johnson. Don't really see that Fredericks will start again. And obviously, we know that Kufal is gone in for operation on his groin. Declan Rice and Thomas Souček. Now, I can sit here and say that I don't think that Thomas Souček had a very good game, yada, yada, yada. Do I think he's going to drop Thomas Souček? No. Do I think he should? Probably. But I don't think he will. I then think he's going to go in front of them. Left to right, Fornals, Lanzini, and Bowen. I think... I would be surprised, given what happened during the substitution last week and it being out there for all to see, I would be surprised if the disciplinarian that is David Moyes lets that pass and just says, okay, fine, and starts him. Really would be surprised, but we'll see. And up top, Antonio. Now, again, same as Thomas Souček, do I think he should be playing on current form? Absolutely not. Do I think that there's any chance he gets dropped tomorrow unless he pulls up with an injury in the warm-up? Absolutely no chance. I think he starts. Duke, over to you.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Not saying I like it either.
No. And that's it, mate. I don't... As I say, it's not right. And I think that's the issue we're all having with this, Rob, is that it isn't right. You've got two players there. One who is playing badly through no fault of his own in Thomas Souček. Yep. He is knackered. He's hanging out of his rear end. He's so tired. And, he needs to be dropped for his own well-being, his own safety. He's really struggling. Whereas the tight up top, he's just in the worst form of his career. That last game against Leicester? Newcastle. I don't even know what day of the week I'm on. That last game against Leicester, even the last 12 games, right? He didn't play. They were worse than his 25-minute appearance against Chelsea at right wing back when he was hauled off 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Right. Kent's spot on. Kent's nailed it.
This one.
And Rob kind of alludes to that with the next comment.
Yeah.
Don't
disagree with either point.
But that's where I feel that no disrespect to Fornals, and if Lanzini isn't fit tomorrow, I drop Fornals in where Lanzini is. Okay. And I'd like to have Vlasic up top, Benrahma, Bowen. because as Kent says, they're mobile, they're fluid, they can interchange spots, all three of them.
But do you think, in all honesty, in a million years, you're going to see that tomorrow? Hand on heart.
Listen, we know to a degree that there is someone that watches this channel, because the names that we keep banding around end up being linked to West Ham. So we know someone, whether it's Moyes or whether it's Colton, you know, while he's not busy enough over at Dagenham having a chat. Hang on, I've just got to get that rod out and start.
Funnily enough, there's the under-23s mentioned right there. And just on that, Larry, I think you'll get your wish. I think you will see some under-23s on the bench. I don't think for 1 minute that they're likely to step on the pitch, sadly.
Yeah, no. Listen, I would. I mean, do I see it happening? Listen, you don't ask for any player to pull up injured in a warm-up there.
Nope.
But I'm at a point where I'm like, God damn it. Like Antonio, saying that, even Bowen and Antonio up front, big man, little man kind of scenario there. You know, the big hulking player to knock one through. But again, I don't see him changing that formation. This is his tried and tested bullshit that he loves, you know. And don't get me wrong, there were points in the season where this was unbeatable for us. There's points that this worked to an absolute T for us, and right now it's not. And this is
they're out of gas.
Yeah,
it's basically been the same 14, 15 players that have been utilised for the bulk of the Premier League season, and it's now come to a point where European football and domestic competitions chucked in. They're running on empty.
Can I ask you something then?
You can ask me anything you want.
Where would you stand then in regards that if this game goes Pete Tong tomorrow, that we don't necessarily pack in the Premier League, but you kind of go, well, top 4, even top 6 is starting to look a little bit distant now.
Yeah,
this was the question that was asked on American Hammers yesterday.
Yep.
Do you pack in the Premier League and do you go all out for your 2 cups that were left in?
So are you suggesting that in the Premier League we start to put out slightly weakened teams, like we start to see, if you will, Areola in goal and Yarmolenko up top and Crow in midfield with Noble, blah, blah. In the Premier League, absolutely not. Premier League is your bread and butter for me.
But if we finish lower than 8th, which is looking, depending on how this game goes, looks more and more likely with the likes of Spurs, United and Arsenal picking up points at the minute. One of the 2 cups is our only way back into Europe next season. Yeah.
Listen, it's a conundrum, and I can't sit here and say that I've got the answer. I'm not a Premier League manager. That's for David Moyes. That's what he's paid the big bucks to try and square that particular circle. I would just be concerned that if you go down that route of putting out a team of reserves in, several games in what remains of the Premier League. What is there, 11 games left after tomorrow or 10 games left after tomorrow? I just think that if it could really stunt our momentum, and there's no guarantees that we'd win the Europa League anyway. Do you know what I mean? It's like we've got to go 2 legs against Seville. Then we'd have to go 2 legs in a quarterfinal, 2 legs in a semi-final, and the final itself. I just think that the risk-reward ratio doesn't work for me. I think that your Premier League is your bread and butter, and everything else is a garnish. That's just my view on it.
It's fair enough. I mean, listen, as Kent says after this one, Kent says in 3 weeks' time our season could be finished.
Could be, in terms of European spots.
Even full stop, mate, because I think if we balls up tomorrow, and then we have Liverpool, 2 weeks, a week's time.
That's the other thing as well.
Yeah, no, and listen, Ken, I agree with that. And listen, I'm not saying put out a squad of under 23s, Crow, and the likes of the other pair. and like some Noble and Elise and whatnot. What I am saying is, there needs to be a question asked that if we do go out tomorrow and lose, the question does need to be asked. We need 3 points for sixth to still be a possibility tomorrow, even for fourth to still be a possibility tomorrow.
Yeah,
we know that we've got Liverpool following. For me, could you start Yarmolenko, Benrahma?
you're not going to start Yarmolenko with the current situation in Ukraine.
No. Of course you're not. But in 3 weeks' time, we might as well. What else you got to lose? If we're still in one of the 3 cups, or even both of the 3 cups, I'll be starting Yarmolenko in the Premier League. For the simple
Depends
fact,
on the situation at that time, doesn't it? I suppose.
But I'd rather keep Bowen fit for Seville or for Red Star or whoever Rangers, whoever else we could come up against if we do all right against Seville in the first leg. And by the way, what a weekend that is going to be for me. Shit the bed. That game's on the 10th, isn't it? The first game.
I believe so. Second game on the 17th, if I remember correctly.
Right. So the first game's on the 10th. So that's the Thursday night. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, my long-awaited return to the Country Music C2C Festival over at the O2 is on the Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
With the new roof.
There is hardly going to be a time over 4 days across the Friday, Saturday, Sunday that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, including the cup game, that I'm going to be sober. So that being said,
maybe
I might not be available for the post match for the Seville game because I'll be singing along to country music on the Friday over at the O2.
Listen, I'm sure I can find someone to fill
unless you want to do it at 9 o'clock in the morning.
I almost said something. I almost said, I'm sure I can find someone to fill your void, but that sounds really...
Well, listen, you say that. I don't mind. I don't knock it till you tried it. All right? I'm just saying.
True. This is true.
I'm just saying. I get to see Luke Combs on the Saturday. For those of you, Rob, you've probably heard Luke Combs without even knowing it's Luke Combs at the old pub.
Probably Owen's been playing it. My son's got into country music, as I told you.
I've got Miranda Lambert is on the Friday. I've got Darius Rucker, who is the lead singer of Hootie and the Blowfish now.
Oh, I've heard of them.
And he sings Wagon Wheel. You've probably heard me play that in the old place. I've got a little bit of Aisling McBride. There's people in the chat going, what the is he talking about? Listen, Google Luke Combs, Google Aisling McBride. She sings a song called One Night Standards, which she gets away with singing because she's female. If it was a bloke singing a song called One Night Standards and the words were sang from a bloke's point of view, all hell would let loose.
What is it? A little bit noncy?
But no, basically, it's she basically said
Larry knows
the lines are. The line is, I don't want you to stay for the weekend. I don't care where your ring is. We've all got secrets. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear about your life story. I don't want to worry about the room. Basically, she's looking for a one night stand. She's happy to go out, meet a guy. Don't care if he's married or not. Have a one night stand, and you can off the next morning. Whereas if a bloke sang that, I'm telling you now, there would be double standards on it. And I had this argument with someone before. There would be double standards if a bloke sung it. And I tell you what, right? Larry knows them all. There's a young lady that just popped up in the chat, Rob, that loves a bit of country music by the looks of things. And I don't know whether to believe her or not. But I am going to get a pair of cowboy boots made out of Crocs material.
We're not saying that she would exaggerate the truth, are we?
I'm saying that she's a pain in my ass and has been since we started this channel and since I first bumped into her on Hammer's chat many moons ago.
Lovely.
Listen, I'm not saying she's not to everyone else. I got a message this morning, Rob.
Okay.
Saying, good morning, Bellend. I hope you're okay. How is that acceptable as a good morning message?
It's
I'd like to point out, I'd like banter. I'd like to point out I don't get a message every day from Happy, right? It's I'm not sassy. It was just because I've been quite quiet of late in group chats and things like that. So she just she sent me a message just saying, "Hope you're okay, Bellend." Everyone thinks that this lovely lady is so sweet and wonderful.
She is.
See, look, honest to God. Good morning, fuck faces. I get that in the morning in the group chat. I mean, what? That's not ladylike. I just turned into Richard. My voice went.
Peach, check your phone. That's all I'm saying. Check your phone.
Peach, yeah.
Wally's in the building.
Hey, there's the man. How you doing, handsome? Hope you're well.
And Larry's got to go. Catch you later, mate. And he's gone 2-1 West Ham. Good. I think it's going to be a tough one, but we can do it. It's one of those games could go either way. She's been called a lady twice. There you go.
And that's twice too many.
Oh, tell you what, you're in so much trouble when she catches up with you. Let me tell you. You know, she's only little, but I tell you what, considering you're quite tall, there's a certain part of your anatomy that is well within her reach. And let me tell you,
it's always been within her reach, Rob. How you doing, Happy?
should we get onto the Wolves team? I mean, we've sort of gone round houses a little bit. We've spoke about Seville and
25 minutes,
country music. Should we go onto the Wolves team that I'm predicting? Now I did before I get it on the screen. I did try and get the lads from Sweet and Steady. The lads Scott and James from Sweet and Sour Soccer on today, but there was a little bit of an issue that I had with the messages going back and forth, and by the time I could retrieve it, it was about 27 minutes before we was about to jump on, and they probably couldn't have come, and they were very kind, and they actually gave us another contact, but it was just there was too much or there wasn't enough time for me to sort of get it all sorted. So unfortunately I haven't got a Wolves point of view on this. However, this is what I've put together as what I suspect will probably take to the pitch against us tomorrow. Now, the one that I'm possibly looking at and thinking, and it might not be immediately obvious, but let's go through it, shall we? I think it's going to be a 3-4-3 formation. Jose Sarr between the sticks. He has been brilliant this season. Absolutely top draw. First season in the Premier League. He's been, I'm like, where's this guy been hiding? Back three. In the middle will be Connor Cody, the captain. No problem at all. Roman Seiss will be to the left of him. The guy to the right, now I'm not 100% sure if he's going to play, Max Kilman. I don't know if you are aware of this. Max Kilman, his father is Russian. His mother is Ukrainian.
Oh, so poor bastard.
Yes. I don't know whether he might be in a great psychological place to play a game of football for the same reasons as Andrei Yarmolenko. I suspect if Kilman doesn't play, it may be that Dendonka drops back into the centre-back position and João Moutinho takes one of the two central midfield positions. But this is what I've cobbled together, so it will be one or the other, I suspect. Ait Nouri, left wing-back. Johnny, right wing-back. They obviously lost Nelson Semedo in the Arsenal game to an injury. Neves will be in central midfield. And then the front three, Podence on the right, Jimenez through the middle, and your mate on the left, Hwang Hee-chan, who scored against Arsenal. Scored against Arsenal. And I got to say, Duke, I mean, I'll hold my hands up and say that I did say that would he cut it in the Premier League? He didn't do too well in Germany. He got COVID, blah, 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 blah. I got to say, yeah, fine. You were right. No problem at all. He looks decent.
Hey, listen, he's nicknamed the Ball for a reason. He's an absolute monster. He's quick. I'll tell you what he has got, and it's one thing that I feel that we need with us, is he has an absolute great turn of pace. He is electric over, that first 10, 15 yards, Rob. He has got very much like Adama Traore. that burst of pace. A bit like Antonio used to have. He can knock a ball past the player and go. He turns them afterburners on. And I know someone mentioned earlier in the chat that they're concerned about Podence.
Yeah, I think that was Larry.
Hwang is the guy that I am really, really worried about tomorrow.
Ben Johnson will be his, and Craig Dawson will be his direct opposition, won't they?
And that worries me. That worries me because, and as Happy says, they're in direct competition now with us, Spurs, Arsenal, Man United for that fourth spot. Now there's 4 or 5 of us that are now heading in for that spot, and it's kind of getting a bit. That was ours a few weeks ago.
Yep,
that was ours. That was ours to lose. A bit like it was Man City's title to lose. It was our 4th spot to throw away, which we seem to have done so. So I am slightly concerned. So no, we are still in it. We are still in it.
He did, Kent. He has, and that's why he can't play for either Ukraine or Russia because he played futsal for England.
I still think we're there or thereabouts. It's still a possibility, but
he also played for Welling.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yes. No, listen. I think Tottenham did Wolves a huge favour this season. Tottenham did Wolves a huge favour this season by taking Santos. What was his name? Not Santos. Who's the old manager?
What? Nuno
Gomez. That's it. They took Gomez out of Wolves and took him to Spurs. And it did Wolves a massive favour because then they got in Lage, who has absolutely just transformed this team into something else. They really are something else under Lage. And I'll be honest with you, I find it quite pleasing to see. I like Wolves. I like how they've gone about things. I like the fact that for a long time they had the English owner. Who was it? What was his name?
Oh, Jack Hayward.
Jack Hayward. I like all of that. One of the last real bastions of that kind of, him and who was the Blackburn guy? Walker? Was that his name?
Walker, yep.
Jack Walker. I've got a lot of time for Wolves. So
I have as well, and it goes back to the game after Bobby Moore died. We played at the Bowling Ground. I was actually there, and I think I would have been 16, 17. And it was my first time going to a game on my own. Shut up. I was. It was my first time going to and from a game on my own. And I remember coming back, and I was caught on the London Underground coming back from Upton Park Tube Station, and I was on a carriage full of Wolves fans, and I thought, oh no, and I'm on my own, like I say. They were good as gold, absolutely sweet as a nut. So Wolves I've got no problem with at all.
They've got a good bunch of fans. Again, very much like the original set of City fans, as we were talking about before. Very much the same sort of setup as fans.
Hammerhead, you sexy beast.
It's I've got a lot of time for them. I'm really pleased to see them doing well. I am pleased to see them doing well. They've got a fantastic setup up there. Great stadium, and it is a great stadium, Molyneux, and they've done well with that.
They're still going to redevelop it, I think.
Plans they still can. Of course there is. I mean, it's a good plot that they've got there. So I've got a lot of time for them. I just hope it's not tomorrow. Let's put it that way.
Well, there's the respective Premier League forms and form in all competitions, Duke. What are your thoughts on the basis of what you can see in front of you there?
Ain't pretty, is it? On both sides of the coin, Rob. It's not.
Neither one of us can look at it and go, we're in great form. They're in crap form.
I mean, if you look at it,
it's a bit
in all competitions we haven't lost in 4. In all competitions, they've only won 2 of the last 5. So when you look at it like that, it's not. You kind of look at it and go, okay, well, West Ham haven't lost in 4.
Mm-hmm.
They've only won 2 of the last 5. If you're going by that, you kind of go, well, you consider West Ham to be, not necessarily favourites, but in with a decent shot. Yeah, we're sitting here going, we've got to play bloody well tomorrow to pick something up out of this game. Yet the last 4 in all competition, or last 5 in all competition, really does favour us in a way.
No, well, in the Premier League, because our last, because it's the most recent is the one on the far right, so it goes draw, win.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So
loss,
if you look
win.
at ours, ours is 2 draws, 2 wins, and a loss. Theirs is 3 losses in 5, essentially.
Well, I'm looking at it, and I'm the way it. See, this is the way I'm reading it. Our last 6 Premier League games, we've got 8 points. They've got 12.
I'm looking at all competitions.
I'm looking at Premier League form.
Yeah, I'm looking at all competitions. They've got 9, we've got 8. They've lost 3, we've only lost 2. So okay. I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, you know what? Yeah, listen, it can't be all doom and gloom. At the end of the day,
for some people,
I'm kind of hoping that tomorrow we rock up. The attitude within the players is different. The attitude is something that we can, as fans, if we can see that the attitude's different, we're going to feed off it slightly differently, aren't we?
Yeah, this is
I agree.
That concerns me. Yeah, we might not have lost in those 4, but in terms of our performances, that has been really just slack, turgid.
But then you'll take the point out of those 2 games, wouldn't you?
Yes, but
yeah, great teams play badly and can win 1-0, and we say that they still won 1-0.
But not continually. I mean, it's all right having the odd game here or there where you've played badly and fluked a 1-0 win. That I'm like,
I'd rather play badly and fluke 1-0 wins all season.
Not week on week, Duke. Not
no,
week on week.
I would rather play badly and win the games 1-0 than play really well and pick up a 2-2 draw because the other team. I'd rather play badly and win than play well and draw, or play well and lose. I'd rather play badly and win.
Let me ask you this though: Would you say that if you've shelled out £60 to watch them, and they're playing
because I'd see us win something?
I don't know. I just think if you're getting results week after week and playing crap, yeah, like I say, if it was an individual game,
we'd be Arsenal fans.
Yeah, there is that. But I just think you're papering over the cracks. I mean, my brother said something the other week, and he turned around and said his old football manager, he just always said to him, just concentrate on the performance, because if your performance is good, individually and collectively, the results will come. Performances haven't been great for probably since the turn of the year, if we're being completely honest about it, there or thereabouts. Certainly since the transfer window shut. And that's where I think a lot of people look and go, well, surely if we'd have done business, even getting a loan signing and to freshen it up, it could have rested legs here and changed formations there and all the rest of it. But David Moyes didn't do the business, or the board didn't do the business. Wherever your portion blame is up to you. I do happen to blame David Moyes, despite the fact I'm a David Moyes fan, but I have to put the blame on this firmly at his door. And this is what we're reaping. This is what you reap is what you sow.
Yeah, I mean, Hammerhead's got 3 comments there back to back that he's spot on with, really.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, there's been a couple of games there that since the League Cup exit. I mean, obviously the game against Watford, obviously a 4-1 win. The 3-2 win at Palace, I'd say we, for the most part, played well there. But I'm struggling to think of many other games that since that where I can say, well, we played really well there. Even if we lost, I'd be like, listen, you can't knock the performance. We were just beaten by a better team. I've got no problem with that whatsoever. So there you go. 975. Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that. 975 quid. Yes, you want to see results, but you want to be entertained, don't you, Duke? I mean, that's the bottom line, isn't it?
Don't know.
And sure,
1-0 to the Arsenal came about when they weren't playing overly great football. and they ended up winning a league championship out of it, a couple of FA Cups off the back of it. So, you know, that for me is where I'm at as well. I think
it's balance, though, isn't it? You need to strike a balance.
Not disagreeing. Yep.
There's that balance to be struck. You don't want to be playing dog shit football, but at the same time, you need to get the results. And like I say, I just think you need to strike the balance. And at the minute, we're not striking that balance. But hey ho, it is what it is.
Can I just make one comment?
Of course, you can make as many comments as you want. It's your stream.
I saw something earlier that made me go. If I was a Russian soldier, Rob, if you were a Russian soldier and you walk round the corner and there's Vitaly or Vladimir Klitschko standing there, armed with a teeth, I'm running the other fucking way, mate. I'm not hanging around.
Alexander Usyk.
You know what I mean?
Three world heavyweight champions looking at you. It's like
that's the only comment I really want to bring up on the war, because obviously we all know how we feel, and I don't want to. That's the only thing I'm going to bring up. Was you imagine walking around the corner and you see them three standing there, but not even necessarily armed with their teeth, just standing there with their gloves on and a pair of shorts, ready to go. Come on in. I'm out.
It's mad,
sit Aaron. I'm out.
It's
but no, back to this. It just made me chuckle. But in fairness to the three of them, all the money in the world, all the profile to be able to go live wherever they want in the world, do whatever they want in the world, and there the boys are willing to stand their ground,
absolutely,
and stand shoulder to shoulder with their countrymen, and fair play to them for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
So let's just concentrate on the opposition real quick, Duke. Who is your key player? I think I know what you're gonna say.
Oh, it's definitely Chan. It's definitely Chan. They've got so many players that can turn a game on its head on their own. You know, you only have to look. Connor Cody can turn a game on its head on his own, because at the back he's so solid, he's so strong, and I think he's an outstanding player. I found out a couple of days ago that he was part of the Liverpool development team at one point.
Yes,
was Connor
yes,
Cody.
he was.
Didn't realise that. They've got the likes of Ruben Neves. They've got the likes of
you seen him?
I have. They've got the likes of Neves. They've got the likes of Jimenez. They've got the likes of Chan. But Chan's the one that's potent, even. But Chan's the one that stands out for me, Rob. He really is.
We've got a very, very special guest in the green room.
Ah, shit.
Listen, I could have got hold of Declan Rice. I could have got hold of Mark Noble. I could have got hold of David Moyes.
You could have got hold of anyone else.
Daniel Kaczynski, even. I could have got hold of any of these names of West Ham, in the team West Ham. But I've gone one better. Don't move, ladies and gentlemen. Here it is, exclusive to Forged from Iron. I give you the one and only.
Peaches in the building. Peaches in the building. Rah, rah, rah. Chicka, 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 la, la, la. You could have got anybody, but you got me. Because I'm a Don. How do you mean?
But I couldn't afford them, so I got you instead. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thanks so much.
You know I love ya. You know I love ya.
You took me from like up here to down there, man.
Oh, dear. How you been, my son?
I'm good. I'm out shopping with Mama Peach right now. That's why I couldn't come on anytime sooner.
Look, you've got a reaction. Look at this.
What's that?
Hammeret's come over all unnecessary.
Big up happy.
Hammerhead.
Big up happy.
There you go.
And I was saying to Duke, that's a term of endearment when she comes on slagging us off like, good morning, knobheads. Like, that's just her way of saying, I love you. You know what I mean? That's a term of endearment from Happy, man.
It's banter.
Absolutely. At least somebody knows how to talk real banter things. You know what I mean?
Now, the Peach. I was just saying to Duke, who is the key man from Wolves for him, and he has picked out Hwang Hee-chan, who is someone obviously that Duke has a great deal of respect and affinity for. Who would be the player from Wolves that you would look at as a West Ham fan and say, this is the guy that we've got to shackle?
Neves.
Okay.
Yeah.
For what reason? What's your sort of analysis of Ruben Neves?
Central. That's it. We have so many wingers. We have so many right backs. Like Southgate's managing our team. I think it would be good for us to get a few more central players. And I think Neves is a brilliant central player.
Yeah, can't disagree.
Yep.
Your thoughts, Duke?
Yeah, I mean, listen, as we know, Peach talks a hell of a lot of sense. And
Be nice, Duke. Be nice, Duke.
hey, listen, I'm always nice to you.
I know you are. I love you.
No. That's no. Off the anyway. No, Peach talks. I don't like that. That's horrible. Get rid of it.
I know that's what I know. When he put me on the big screen, I was like, I want to get out of here. I don't like this.
All right.
He talks sense. Neves is something else. All I ask is just don't let the ball drop on the edge of the box, for God's sake, because the man will dispatch. Don't give away silly free kicks. Don't give him time out there because he will hurt us.
Yeah.
And no disrespect, but Dawson up against Chan, there might be a few free kicks that are going to be given away outside the edge of the box that will allow Neves to turn into prime Cresswell.
Yeah.
Fair. Guys in the live chat, please get in your score predictions, goal scorers, anything you want to add to the equation, please get it in the live chat and we'll pick through it. Duke, how's this game going to play out over the 90 in your opinion? Where's the game won and lost? What's your score prediction?
The game will be won and lost by both sets of forward lines.
Okay.
If we can be fluid, if we can be moving those centre backs around and allowing, a couple of others to be dropping into the holes, Souček to be coming from deep, then there's no reason why we can't grab, not necessarily a smash and grab, but we can take something from this game. I've got hiccups. Oh my God. I am going in at half-time 1-1, Mr. Rob. We will probably go 1-0 up. They will probably score in the 42nd, 43rd, 45th, 46th, 47th minute. Like everyone else has done against us in the last couple of games. We will then come back out. We will go 2-1 up. They will come forward, and in around the 79th, 80th minute, we will get our customary goal from Jared Bowen as he breaks the lines, scores to make it 3-1, and that will be your score.
3-1. Convincing.
I like that,
I mean, don't forget, we won the corresponding fixture last season 4-0. I think that was about the third or fourth. Yeah, third game in. So, Peach, talk to me. Same question to you.
What's that? What score prediction?
Yeah, score prediction. How's the game going to play out? Tell me a story, if you will.
Okay, I'll tell you a story, Doc. I'm gonna tell you a story. So, did I just lock the keys in the trunk? Oh no! Oh no, I didn't. No, I didn't. All my days, I thought I did. So there's your story. There's your story. No. Yeah. Oh, that was close there, Mom. Wow. Okay, so the story is, I think we'll come out the gate strong. I think you might see an early goal by somebody like Declan Rice, and then I think Wolves will get one back. We'll go in halftime 1-1 draw, and then I see us getting 3 in the second half. 2 from what was I saying last night? 2 from Vlasic and 1 from Bowen.
I like it. It. Have you been impressed with the limited times that you've seen Nikola Vlasic? What's your take on him? I know it's difficult because he's played 382 Premier League minutes spread over 13 matches. But what are your thoughts on him?
My thoughts on him are I think he's a footballer. He's showing he has a football brain about him. I don't think he's been given much time. I think the more he plays more games, the better side of Vlasic. We'll see people writing him off from the jump. That's just stupid. There's a reason Moyes spent the money that he did on somebody like Vlasic. He did have him before
Despite what
Everton.
some people will tell you, Peach, it wasn't 30 million or thereabouts. It was 17.
No, I
Yes,
know.
it was.
No, it wasn't. It's 17
No, yes,
million,
it
and then the
was.
rest paid out over time, over like 5 years or something.
No. Listen, my sources tell me it was all the money all up front.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna lay it out. What my information is, and whether you believe me or not, I couldn't care less. But basically, the initial outlay is 17 million pounds.
No, your sources
right?
no
Hang
shit.
on.
My sources. My sources is Carlton Cole. I talk to
Oh, yeah. Okay. The initial deal is 17 million quid. We've made a payment. It's spread over the course of the 5 years of the contract. We've currently paid 3-4 million quid for him at the minute, and other payments will follow. 17 million pounds is the initial outlay. Now, there's approximately 10 million pounds of additional fees. X amount of appearances, there's a fee that comes out. If he scores X amount of goals, there's another fee that comes out. If we win trophies, there's another fee that comes out. If all of these come to pass, it's an extra 10 million pounds there or thereabouts. Also, he's actually not being paid that much of a wage. He's got a 7 million pound wage over the duration of a 5-year contract. If you do the maths, it's around about 26, 27 grand a week, which for mere mortals like us is an absolute fortune. But for a Premier League player, it's actually quite a modest fee. Ryan Fredericks is on about 50k a week, right? So anyone going around saying that he's a 30 million pound at 33.5 million, I think I heard someone quoting. He probably is 33.5 million pounds if you include the 10 million pounds and if you're including wages. But if we're talking about the actual transfer fee, it's 17 million quid with 10 million pounds as a potential add-on. Now, that is coming from
a very good source.
I can't tell you where I got that from, but what I will tell you is it's an impeccable
source. Yes,
a source that I wouldn't dare to question.
I heard it from Gonzo.
Sorry. Listen, boys, I am due to start working in 60 seconds ago, so I'm going to have to shoot so I can go take over from the lovely Chloe downstairs because I can see her sending me a message right now on the screen. So I need to go to work. I'm going to leave you guys to wrap this one up. Peach, I will probably see you later on this evening when I finish work and you turn around and I tell you, I'll give you 5 minutes. And you'll go, yeah, okay, 5 minutes, and then that'll turn into 6.5 hours, and I'll be going and cleaning the pub first thing in the morning. Happy, I love you.
See what my mom just said. My mom just said, Duke's familiar with your time.
Mr. Gates, I love you lots. I shall speak to you a bit later this evening. Yep. Everyone in the chat, it's been a pleasure, but I do need to go. So I shall catch up with you all another time. We're still fucking massive, regardless.
Yes, we are.
I'll see you all soon.
Yes, we are.
Good man.
Peace
Look
out.
after yourself. Stay safe.
And you. Take care, boys.
Peace out, Duke.
And there he goes.
What a man.
Let's just have a look here. Rob says, diamond in midfield, 4-1-4-1, overlapping fullbacks. What you suggesting that's a formation we could implement? I remember when we did that with Stuart Downing under Big Sam, we played a 4-diamond-2, didn't we? With Stuart Downing at the apex of the diamond and Mark Noble, I think, was at the base, and worked well for a spell. Not too sure. The problem we've got, with that, Rob, in my opinion, is that I think that Cresswell lacks the legs to play that role. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah,
that's just my take on it. Listen, you might disagree, and that's absolutely fine. I'm not going to get into an argument over it, but I just think that if you're going to deploy overlapping fullbacks or play a wing back system, I think that one of the things you need is you need pace and you need stamina, and I'm not too sure that that our fullbacks have both qualities in abundance. But there you go. Wally has gone 2-1 to Wolves. Oh, that hurts.
Oh, Wally, come on.
Hammerhead's gone. Can't see us winning, but 2-1 West Ham. So
Love it.
make of that what you will. Kent says Chan and Neves and Bowen are the goal scorers with a 2-1 reverse. Ooh. Not good. Not good.
No. A lot of people are they're not feeling us to win, are they?
Yeah. Where are you off to?
No, I'm going back home. We went to mom had to get her license renewed, and then we went to the shopping place because she needed some odds and ends, and then going home now.
Well, listen. If
On
we've
the way
got
home.
your if your mum is in the driver's seat,
She is.
what does Mama Peach think is the score going to be tomorrow?
Okay? We're playing Wolves tomorrow at the London Stadium, which is our home. What do you think the score of West Ham against Wolves? 3-1 West Ham.
I wouldn't dare argue with Mama Peach.
No, neither would I. Neither would I.
It's not happening. Not happening. So there you go. Anyway, Peach, thank you very much indeed for your time. Before I wrap it up, I'm going to ask again for people to please give support to this. And again, this if you wind back in the live chat, you'll find it. And as I say, you got the Just Giving link there. But Jake Cox on West Ham Unofficial shone a light on this particular appeal, and I'm just giving a little bit of an extra push to this one. Jeremy Wheeler is doing a 13-mile walk for the Alzheimer's Society. If any of you guys can go onto that Just Giving link and please
try to get up close to it.
Any of you guys that have sadly had to watch a family friend suffer with Alzheimer's, or you've cared for someone with Alzheimer's, or you know someone that's cared for someone, you'll know that it's an absolutely heartbreaking thing to watch and witness. And if any of you guys can put a couple of coppers into that particular Just Giving fund, as I always said with Isla, when we was sort of like doing our thing for her, no donation is too small. Give as generously as you can. Same thing applies to this. It's an absolutely awful condition, and I would thoroughly recommend it to you. Please give it your due consideration. And as always, guys, we thank you very much indeed for your support. Please don't forget to like, comment on, and share the stream. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. And what are they doing with the bell there, Peach?
Casey, look in front of me. It's a car with a West Ham sticker on the back, boy.
Oh my goodness, look at that.
Look at that, dog. Look at that.
This is not the East End of London or Essex that he's whizzing around. This is Canada.
This is Canada. This is Oakville, dog. My mom pointed it out. I was like, what? Yeah, unbelievable. Up there.
All the places you could see a West Ham sticker. And there it is. Pete, will we actually turn up on Sunday? 3-1 Wolves. Oh, no, Pete. Big shock if we get a win. Let's hope for the big shock. Ken, yeah. I feel your pain, my friend.
No, next one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sort of say too much on here, but yeah, I feel your pain there, my friend. Not good. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up there, my friend. I do appreciate you coming on and jumping on the stream with us. It really does, really is appreciated, mate.
Well, thank you very much. It's appreciated this end too, man. Honestly, I love what you guys do, and I love where you've taken the channel and where it's going still. So keep up the good work, and yeah, please share, subscribe, and this, because
all I'll say, Peach, is
getting it bigger.
We started this on a whim, Duke and I, and we're flying by the seat of our pants, and we're learning as we go along. And I've said it before, and I will say it again. There's no rivalry from this side of the fence to any other West Ham channel. If other West Ham channels want us on and to give us their support, we will always do it. We've given you our support and vice versa. And any other channel that says, can you come on? Can you support us? Can you do this? There's no rivalry. As far as I'm concerned, all West Ham fan YouTube channels, I wish the very best of luck to, because doing YouTube is such a difficult task. Takes up a lot of time, takes up a lot of effort. Anyone that does it has my respect, And like I say, there's no rivalry from us. What other people think is entirely up to them.
Was that Casey?
Don't worry. I just had to
No,
get
no,
that
no,
one
no,
off.
no.
No, I'm just saying
no,
that I wish every YouTube channel,
Yeah.
West Ham fan YouTube channel, the best. I wish
Yeah,
them.
no, I agree with you.
I've got no rivalry or anything like that. If other people have got a rivalry in this direction, that's up to them. I'm going to leave that one there.
Yep. No, and I'm on board with you.
I mean.
Yeah, I'm on board with you, and I come in peace. Honestly, you know that from Trump, and I know that you and Duke come in the same manner. So yeah, it's nothing but peace from the channel that I do, West Ham Random, and it's nothing but peace and love from the channel that Duke and Gatesy do. For Tremont, 100.
If any of you guys haven't already subscribed to Peach's channel, and I'm sure you all have, but please go onto YouTube, put in the search bar West Ham Random, and Peach's lovely face will pop up. And you never know, on the occasional stream, you might even see me or Duke popping up as well.
Yeah, more times than not.
You never know your luck. Anyway, right, I'm going to bugger off. Duke, what are Duke? You're not Duke. You're Peach.
Hello,
Peach. What are we?
We are effing massive.
He's got to watch his language because he's got.
I do because I'm with Mama.
Yeah, respect.
Yeah. I will get.
Come on, you irons.
Come on, you irons.